Tonight we have a story about a controversial treatment for cancer invented by a Winnipeg doctor. It's not new. In fact, Dr. John Davidson used it on hundreds of patients decades ago. What is new is that some 50 years after the doctor's death, more than half a century after his theories were dismissed as quackery, scientists are rekindling the flame of his research. With more on the legendary cancer doctor, here's CTV's medical specialist, Avis Fabro.
His name was John Ralston Davidson, a respected family doctor in Winnipeg in the early 1900s.
A great scientist as well as a great doctor.
And this is Leslie Gurney Bishop, now 88, a journalist who documented Dr. Davidson's controversial treatment for cancer.
He never claimed that it cured it, but he said it would arrest it.
Davidson spent years studying cancer, writing medical articles on his theories, which in hindsight were remarkable for his time. The doctor described cancer as a dietary deficiency, so he added generous amounts of vitamins to the patient's diet. But he also said it was critical to boost the patient's own defenses against cancer. Davidson took fertilized hen's eggs just 9 days old and produced a powdered extract, which was then injected into patients with various forms of terminal cancer. Like this boy, diagnosed with lymphatic cancer, notes show that with surgery, vitamins, and the extract, he returned to normal health. Over the years, Dr. Davidson treated hundreds of cancer patients.
They all said, the ones I interviewed, all said that it had benefited them tremendously.
Some said they were cured.
Ruth Burke's father was one of Davidson's more famous patients. Harry Leader, the Member of Parliament for Portage-la Prairie, had been diagnosed with terminal bowel cancer by the Mayo Clinic in the U.S. But under Davidson's treatment, he improved.
It was controversial scientifically, but that really didn't affect Dad. He believed in it.
But Davidson's medical colleagues thought the treatment was useless and repeatedly refused him research money.
It's as though they'd been instructed by somebody, well, just tear him up, just tear him up. And they did.
Frustrated with the lack of support, Harry Leader, with his own good health as proof, took Davidson's pleas for funding straight to Ottawa in 1944, directly to Prime Minister Mackenzie King.
He never wanted any publicity from this. He simply wanted help for this man whom he felt could help humanity.
The Prime Minister refused to fund Davidson's work. The doctor died 4 years later.
He would die pretty well of a broken heart, if you know what I mean, because he had not been recognized.
His cancer treatment thought to have died with him. But then 6 years ago, the treatment was rediscovered by a Toronto company. It hired researchers at Dalhousie University to test the theory. Could these embryonic chicken cells really be a cancer treatment? When research began, there was excitement.
Davidson's extract, in many ways, could be a cancer vaccine.
In 3 studies on mice, the compound apparently shrunk tumors.
We have to be careful about raising people's hopes falsely.
Jonathan Blay is one of the researchers looking at Dr. Davidson's extract.
Davidson's extract, in many ways, could be a cancer vaccine. There could be things in the extract that promote a response against the cancer.
But then suddenly, the research stopped. The then owners of the extract had financial problems. They stopped paying the researchers. Dalhousie was out some $60,000 and halted the experiments.
The university would be interested in continuing the work because the results were very promising.
But for nearly 5 years now, the capsules have simply laid on the shelf.
One could easily walk away from and say, the heck with it. But would we be leaving behind something that could potentially have significant impact for large numbers of people?
But if there are no takers soon, the venture will die. A darn shame, says Dr. Bain, because we still won't have the answer. Was Dr. Davidson right? But if Dr. Davidson's extract does show the power to combat cancer,
this could be not only one of the great human victories in overcoming disease, but it could also be one of the great human tragedies.
A tragedy because for the last 50 years, a possible cancer treatment and its pioneer were forgotten. Avis Favreau, CTV News, Toronto.
Ladies and gentlemen, our speaker for tonight is a licensed, U.S. licensed optometrist and ophthalmologist, and he is a U.S. practitioner. He is also, in the Philippines, he is also a doctor of science in alternative medicine. He is not a cancer survivor. He calls himself a cancer conqueror. Ladies and gentlemen, let's all welcome Dr. Lito de Luna Fruto.
Hi, good morning. Okay ba yung sound? I think I'm just going to be using the mic. All right. Kasi, well, anyway, good morning to everybody. Some of you might be wondering, why do we always say good morning? It's already almost 6 p.m. Because the sun never sets on Laminine. And morning always signifies a new beginning, a new hope. And what we are going to present to you tonight is something that you have not heard before. So whoever invited you here, I think they deserve a round of applause because you will be hearing something today. You will be learning something different. As what has been said, my name is Dr. Lito de Luna. I am an optometrist, ophthalmologist in Los Angeles. I'm not a licensed practitioner here in the Philippines because of some reciprocity law. But I am a licensed doctor of science for alternative medicine. So you might be wondering, why the crossover from traditional medicine? I was the youngest practitioner of radiokeratotomy in the United States. I do LASIK surgery. Even before LASIK surgery was made available to the public, I was already practicing it with the U.S. Air Force. Then in 2003, I was diagnosed with chronic myelogenous leukemia. And since I am a doctor, I really do not like taking any kind of chemotherapy, cobalt treatment, radiotherapy. Because I know for a fact that chemotherapy kills people, not cancer. Okay? So, never took any medicine. I hid everything from my family, including my mom. Baka kasi mauna pa siya sa akin pag nalaman na meron akong leukemia. So, I hid everything. I was just doing my own thing like as if there's nothing's wrong. Until 2009, when my best friend had acute lymphocytic leukemia. He was the master rapper. So we shared everything. We're best friends. I had cancer, he had cancer. I just don't like to share the grave with him, so he went ahead. Because he did not listen to what I was telling him. Try alternative. If everything else fails, try alternative. If there's something that you want that you've never had before, start doing something you've never done before. As a medical practitioner, and if there's any medical practitioner in the room, I mean no disrespect. Physicians are not healers. We did not study 8 years of medicine to make you well. You have to understand, we are in the sickness industry, and we have to see sick people all the time. If there is no more sick people, we will be out of business. Your body has its own healing mechanism, and it is the doctor's job to activate and reactivate the body's healing mechanism. We do not heal. We do not cure. As a surgeon, when we operate on you guys, we do not put something in. We take something out. But it is not us who will heal you. Your body has its own healing mechanism. And our job is to activate and reactivate the body's healing mechanism. What is the body's healing mechanism? It's your immune system organ. Just like in any military, when the disease attack, the doctor will counterattack. But in the course of the battlefield gets destroyed. And what is the battlefield? Your body. Exactly. We will bombard you with all the antibiotics, synthetic drugs. Let's study the word. Synthetic, according to Google, means artificial. Drug means poison. So if you're taking synthetic drugs, you are taking artificial poison. And that's the reason why you guys are still alive. The poison that you're taking is artificial. Synthetic drugs, when you buy them on any pharmacy, there's always a waiver. If symptoms persist, consult your, ano yung ginamot? Yung po bang sakit o yung sintomas? Sintomas. When you treat a disease, you have to go down on a cellular level. But then again, we are in the business of getting or seeing sick people. I am the doctor, you are my patient. Our relationship is symbiotic. Till death do us part. And because I am the doctor, I will make sure it is you who will depart. I stay for the next patient. It's the sad truth. You go into a hospital, there are 3 locations in the hospital that makes the most money. Emergency room, laboratory, pharmacy. If you are delivered in an emergency room, the first thing that I'm going to ask is have your laboratory checked. Once the laboratory results comes in, even if the laboratory results is good, I will tell the family I have to observe. Please buy all these medicines in the pharmacy. 3 locations. If we go below quota, the director of the hospital will call our attention. Why is it that this is the only number of patients that you send for laboratory? And then here comes the med rep. They're going to be breathing down on your neck. Doc, we gave you Mercedes-Benz. How come you only sold this much of our medicine? Tapos ang istorya. Sad but true. So now, through Life Farm Global, it has been our vocation or our goal to go around and spread the good news. Everybody's talking about it. Almost the entire world is talking about it. But you guys are so lucky because we are not just going to be talking about it, you're going to experience it. What is it? Stem cell. Everybody's talking about stem cell. Sino po yung mga bago? Those who were invited. Sino? Can I see hands, please? All right. It's getting expensive for me to do this, you know. Every time I go anywhere, I have to give them samples. Would you mind open this and pass it around? Get 1 capsule each. It is my way of thanking you guys for coming to this invitation. And I want you guys to try the product itself. Do not worry. It has no contraindication. Okay? Mahal ho yan. Wala akong bayad dito. So, with that, as I said earlier, the body has its own healing mechanism, and it is our job to activate and reactivate the body's healing mechanism. And you have to understand this. When the body heals itself, it heals completely, not selectively. Hindi pwedeng pagagalingin ng katawan mo yung sakit mo sa atay, pero may sakit ka pa rin sa puso. Hindi pwedeng gagalingin yung sakit mo sa puso, pero may sakit ka sa baga. When the body heals, it heals completely. The problem is, in the traditional medicine world, I will cure your disease, but you will be coming back to me in 2 months' time, you have a different disease. Why? Again, symbiotic relationship, till death do us part. So what are we talking about? This product that we are introducing is not on the pharmaceutical side. It is a nutraceutical product. Eh di doc, hindi kayo nakakagamot, tama. Because according to the pharmaceutical industry, all supplements does not have any approved therapeutic claim. True. Hindi po kami nakakagamot, pero kami po ay nakakagaling. There's a big difference between curing and healing. The nutraceutical product They do not cure. They do not even heal. What they do is that it assists the body in healing itself. Are you with me? There's a big difference between curing and healing. When you drink any synthetic drugs, the liver is absorbing all the toxins brought about by chemicals. It's bad enough that you cannot avoid getting sick anymore. Hindi na po kayo makakaiwas sa sakit. You have 4 factors. The air you breathe, the water that you drink, the food that you eat, and the stress that you impose upon yourself. Now, let's discuss this 4 before I go into the proper. The air we breathe. Right now, nagkakapalitan po tayo ng hininga rito. Yung hininga ko, nasinghot nyo. Yung hininga ko, nasinghot ko na. Nagkasinghutan na tayo. Paano kung isa sa atin dito, carrier? Like, I am a carrier of hepatitis B. Pag mahina ang resistensya nyo, yari. Mahahawa na kayo. Diba? Husband and wife, sleeping soundly at night. And then all of a sudden, somebody will release silent whisper. Diba? Does it happen? It does. Alangan naman tumayo yung isang partner para buksan pa yung bintana o yung pintuan, yung electric fan. Ang sarap ng tulog mo. Normally po, yung mga lalaki, yan ang madalas umutot habang natutulog. At umuutot yan, meron niyang oras eh. Yung kalagitnaan ng kasarapan ng tulog magmula alas 2 ng madaling araw hanggang alas 4 ng hapon. That is the time that your immune system is detoxifying. Why? From 11 p.m. to 1 a.m., the heart and the liver detoxifies. From 1 a.m. to 3 a.m., the lungs and the kidney detoxifies. From 3 a.m. to 5 a.m., the gastrointestinal system or the immune system organ detoxifies. And from 5 a.m. to 7 a.m., the colon detoxifies. So if you're not asleep between 11 p.m. to 6 a.m., your entire body is not detoxifying anymore. And that's the reason why your immune system gets weak. Umutot si Mister. Hindi na yan tatayo si Mrs. para buksan yung bintana. Ano na lang sasabihin niya? Honey, galing naman sa'yo yan eh. Tatanggapin ko yan. Wala na akong magagawa eh. Diba? So that is 100% toxic air. Bumaba kayo sa Manila, tumayo kayo sa kanto ng Recto at saka ng Avenida for 30 seconds na lang. O na, 1 minute. Pagkatapos galawin mo yung ilong mo. Mas maitim pa yan kaysa dun sa nagpaputok kayo ng mga paputok ng bagong taon. Di po ba? Toxic air. The air that we breathe is not as clean as it was. You inhale that, the liver will absorb it. Air we breathe. Water that we drink. Bottled water nowadays is not really clean as they claim it is. We have found out that most bottled water contains H. pylori bacteria, the number 1 cause of gastrointestinal problem. The only water that is clean or devoid of H. pylori bacteria is distilled water. Sino rito po ang umiinom ng distilled water? Absolute, Wilkins, anything that's distilled. Sino umiinom? Sige po, lumabas kayo ngayon doon at inumin nyo yung tubig ulan. Distilled water is highly acidic. Distilled water is very acidic. The moment it touches your tongue, all the trace minerals that at the tip of your tongue, which your body is having a hard time to produce, is being sucked up, and by the time it reaches your small intestine, the water is now acid. Cancer cells thrives on acidity. In the same token that cancer cells feeds on mucus. Mucus produced by milk, embedded on the gastrointestinal system. You drink distilled water, most likely, your body's pH balance is now balanced. It's not balanced anymore. The body should be 85% alkaline and 15% acidic. That 15% acidity is to digest the food that you eat. But because of that, it is now reverse acidosis. That's the reason why people easily get angry. Hindi sila high blood. Acidic sila. Konting kibot, konting dahilan, walang dahilan. Makita lang yung mukha ng asawa, nagiinit na yung ulo eh. Di ba? It's because acidic. Hindi po high blood yan. Kaya ngayon, wag niyo nasasabihin yung word na HB na naman si nanay. Hindi po. Acidic si nanay. Ganun po yun. And that's the reason why you have a lot of ailments. It's because of the acidity in your body. The water, distilled water in the United States and in Europe, its label contains skulls and bones. Meaning to say, it's poison. So I was happy when I came here in 2009 to die. I told myself, I'm going to die fast here. Why? My friends asked me, oh, because they're serving distilled water in the hospital. Even for babies, they give distilled water. Sad. Distilled water has only two purposes. For car batteries and for steam iron. Ikaw ba'y baterya ng kotse? Hindi. Ikaw ba'y plancha? No. Then why are you drinking it? Oh, the doctor said, this is the safest water to drink. In fact, Chris Aquino and Judy Ann Santos and Carmina Villarreal is promoting it. Yes, that is what we're going to say. Simply because, till death do us part. We are in the sickness industry. We have to see sick people all the time. Doctors with no patient. That's sad. We will be out of business. Water. How many glasses of water a day? Come on, this is interactive. Join me. At least 8. How do you drink that 8 glasses of water? 2 glasses of water the moment you wake up. Yung hindi pa ho nahahanginan yung bibig ninyo. Kailangan pagising nyo, suplado muna kayo. Do not open that mouth. Because there are digestive enzymes at the tip of your tongue that you need to swallow back. The moment you're going to open that mouth is when you're going to drink the 2 glasses of water to activate your internal organs. 1 glass of water every time you finish taking a bath. Why? To normalize your blood pressure. Another glass of water before going to bed. Why again? To prevent heart attack at midnight. Because most heart attack happens at midnight when the body is at rest or when the body is about to detoxify its heart and liver. So that's 4 glasses. How about the other 4? Half a glass of water every hour during the day. Because every hour that you do not drink at least half a glass of water, 1,000 cells die. And that's the reason why you get fatigued easily. And that's the reason why you get dehydrated. That's the reason why you get wrinkles. Because you do not drink enough water. 1,000 cells every hour that you do not drink water. So after 3 hours, you experience migraine. Who among you here have experienced that? During the day, bigla na lang sasakit yung ulo nyo for no reason at all. And like, para daw kayong nauupos na kandila or napapagod or napafatigue. Of course, 3,000 cells already died. Mamatayan ka nga lang ng isang kamag-anak, masakit na sa ulo, di ba? Yung pa kayang 3,000 cells sa loob ng katawan mo, hindi sasakit ang ulo mo. Eh do, umiinom naman ako ng soft drinks, umiinom naman ako ng tea or ng coffee. It doesn't count. We're talking about water. Water. So what's the best water to drink? The best water to drink is alkaline water. If you do not have alkaline water, purified water. Pero wag yung papakuluan yan sa metal because there's gonna be a heavy metal poisoning. You boil your water on Pyrex or glass. That's the best way to boil water. Saan daw siya doon? Okay. Air, water. Then food. The food pyramid dictates 1 serving of meat per week and 5 servings of vegetables per day. Question. Sino rito kumakain ng gulay 5 beses isang araw? Taas ang kamay. 4. 3 Tatlo. Dalawa. Isa. Yung hindi nagtaas ng kamay, hindi kumakain ng gulay. Rephrase the question because according to the food pyramid, 5 servings of raw vegetables per day. Sino rito kumakain ng gulay 5 beses hilaw isang araw? 4. 3. 2. 1. Accordingly, 5 times. Kumakain po akong gulay, Doc, salad. Binubuhusan ko pa nga ng sandamakmak yan na Thousand Island dressing eh. It doesn't count. Hindi ako kumakain ako ng talbos, ng kamote, pero sinasawsaw ko sa sandamakmak na bagoong. Doesn't count. Eat it raw. Sample na lang na hindi maganda ang digestive system ninyo. Sino na ito nakakain ng malunggay? Taas ang kamay. Nung inilabas nyo, malunggay pa rin ba? O di sana kinuha nyo na lang ulit, ni-recycle nyo. Who among you here nakakain na ng mais? Corn. Corn. Nung inilabas ninyo, o di sana binilad nyo, ginawa nyo lang popcorn, may flavor pa. It only proves to show that your digestive system is not working properly. Sino na rito naka-experience na after eating, they feel sleepy and want to sleep? Because the body is using 300% of your energy to digest the food that you just ate. It means your digestive system is not working properly. Gulay. 5 servings per day. Baliktarin natin ang question. Sino rito ang kumakain ng karne 5 beses isang araw? Taas ang kamay. 4. 3. 2. 1. Di ba mas marami pa kumakain ng karne araw-araw kaysa sa gulay. That's why your body is very acidic. It has to be reversed. The pH balance should be 85% alkaline and 15% acidic. This is the question that I really, really love asking. Sino po rito sa inyo ang kumakain ng karne ng baboy? Taas ang kamay. Pork meat contains trichina worms. Trichina worms can never be killed, no matter how much you cook the meat of the pork. It is the #1 cause of trichinosis or obesity. And you will know that you have a high infestation of trichina worms in your body if there's a portion of your body that grows, hindi ka naman buntis. Hello, party line? Mamaya ka na tumawag.
Trichina worms stays in your system for 25 years before you expel it out. If you can expel it out. That's the #1 cause why most people are arthritic, rheumatic,
Goutic? Cardiovascular problem. Bakit po? Mas nauuna pang kainin ng trichina worms yung nutrients ng pagkain kinain nyo. Konti na nga lang yung nutrients ng pagkain kinain nyo, naunahan pa kayo ng monster inside you. Sad but true. Moral of the story? Reduce your pork meat intake. 1 serving per week. Hindi ho kaya. Bakit to? Meron ng sariling isip yung kamay namin. Pagbukas ng freezer, automatic, sinigang na baboy yan. Automatic yan, adobong baboy yan. May sariling isip ang kamay. Para nyo po mapatay ang trichina worms sa karne ng baboy, you have to freeze pork meat for 12 months. I'm sorry. Is she Filipina? No. Yes, you understand Tagalog? All right, because I sometimes, nosebleed if I keep on talking English. I will be interjecting it for you. I got the impression that you're not understanding what I'm trying to say. Anyway, where was I? Baboy, pork meat. In order for you to kill trichina worms, you have to freeze the meat of pork for 12 months. Do you think pork meat will stay in the freezer for 12 months? I doubt it, not even 12 hours. Correct? So there's really no choice. So now, I want you to reflect. look at your body. What organ or which part is enlarged? Belly. Whatever weight you put in front of you is 7 times the weight you're putting on your back. If you have a huge belly, big belly, automatically you have fatty liver. Food. According to the Hippocratic Oath that we continuously recite, Hippocrates said that let thy food be thy medicine, and thy medicine be thy food. Meaning to say, you will have a problem, a health issue, if the food that you eat is devoid of even just one vitamin or mineral. The answer to correct the problem is also in the food. Sample. Sino na po rito sa inyo, who among you here ate pineapple already? Sino na yung mga nakakain ng pinya? Pinya. Siyempre lahat. Diba? Anong parte ng pinya ang hindi ninyo kinain? The heart, the balat, and the corona. Dissect this. You ate pineapple, you remove the heart or that thick or semi-hard fiber. Tinanggal yan. Pasosyal pa, ini-slice niya ng kutsilyo, tapos ginanon. Sinong kumain nun? Hindi ba inihahalo yan sa kaning baboy or kaning aso? Correct? Nakakita na ba kayo ng aso na may sakit sa puso o baboy na may sakit sa puso? Wala, di ba? Yung nagpakain, may sakit. That particular part of the pineapple that you do not eat is 100% amino acid bromelain that is good for the cardiovascular system. Sad, but we didn't know it, Doc. Duh. Ano pa ang hindi kinain sa pinya? The balat and the corona. Kinakain po yun. Pero wag niyo papangatin. Sugat-sugat na yung mukha ninyo, hindi niyo pa ubusan. You know, there's already a blender available that you can actually austerize the corona and the balat. And once you taste it, it seems like hindi balat yung ng pinya or corona ng pinya. You mix it. So, ang pinya, lahat yan kinakain. Diba? Tinanggal na naman yung balat, yung corona. Pinakain na naman saan? May nakita na ba kayong baboy na merong arthritis? Eh, yung nagpakain, 100% amino acid arginine. Good to combat arthritis, uric acid, gout, rheumatism. Kinakain ba talaga yun? Mm-hmm. Lahat po ng balat ng prutas kinakain, pwera lang po ang balat ng saging. Because balat ng yes po, even durian, even guyabano, even mangosteen. Yung mga nagpapaganda dyan, bumili kayo ng mangosteen. Di ba kinakain lang doon yung puti sa loob? Yung sapal, yung parang santolyon at saka yung balat. I-blender ninyo, itapal ninyo sa mukha nyo, parang madpack, daig nyo pa ang nagpa-Vicky Bello. Pagtanggal nyo yan, parang yung binabanat yung mukha ninyo. Sa mukha ko lang ho, hindi umubra yan eh. Because my mom is an esthetician in Los Angeles. She's the Vicky Bello of Los Angeles. And she's trying everything in her power to make my skin like it was before. Hindi na yun pwede. Puti nga ngayon, gumanda-ganda na because of Laminine. Hindi po dahil sa tagyawat ko, hindi ho nabagsakan ho ako ng langka. See? Food that we eat. Banana! Anong gusto niyo sa banana? Yung nabubulok na o yung dilaw na dilaw pa? Yung dilaw pa. Mamaya, i-request na po ako na palalabasin natin ang nanay at ang anak. Banana. Mataas sa potassium, correct? Banana is a very good cancer fighter, especially bananas that are overripe. Pagka yung nangingitim na yung balat ng saging, mas masarap yon because mataas ang anti-angiogenesis properties niya. Diba? Nakakita na ba kayo ng unggoy na merong cancer? Wala. Diba? So, food. And then, of course, the last factor is stress. The stress that you impose upon yourself is the number one factor why most people who are diseased gets worse. Stress. Lalo na yung walang pera, pampagamot. Diba? Ang unang-unang tatanungin yan, pagka magpapadoktor, magkano naman po? Same thing dito sa Laminine, magkano naman po? Nakainom po ba lahat? Okay. So, 4 factors that we should consider why we cannot avoid getting sick. And it is for this reason why we are going all over the Philippines and all over the world to introduce a product that can settle or address a lot of problem. It's not like in the medicine or the medical world, one pill for every ill. This one pill fits it all. Kaya mga may butika dyan, idagdag nyo na to sa produkto ninyo. The product is called Laminine. It is a stem cell enhancer. In 2009, when I was about to die, I decided that I want to die in the Philippines because my leukemia went into stage 4. From chronic myelogenous leukemia, it became acute lymphocytic leukemia. So after settling everything that I have in the United States, all the properties that I have there, I transferred it to my brothers and my sisters. All the properties I have here in the Philippines, I transferred it to my brothers and my sisters, set up a foundation or a trust fund for my son. Nag-iisa, the only child. I want to die in the Philippines simply because it's more fun in the Philippines. Yeah. Sino na nakapunta sa States? Come on. Di ba po, pag may nampatay doon, in the States, if you die, on the wake, people will attend your coffee party. I call it coffee party. But after 9 p.m., they leave the mortuary. Ang lungkot nun. Patay ka na nga, iiwanan ka pang mag-isa doon sa punerarya. At tapos babalik sila uli kinabukasan. By 7 a.m., they go back. Party na naman. Eh dito sa Philippines, party overtime, overnight, 24 hours a day. May mahjong, tong eats, pusoy. May video okay pa. Diba? So it's really fun. So I told myself, I'm gonna die in the Philippines. My insurance company gave me half of the amount that I am insured. Because they said, Doc, you're gonna die. So in order for you to enjoy the insurance money that you have, we will give you half. Just make sure you die. So they gave me half. The first thing that, in modesty aside, I've been there, done that. I've danced with the kings and lived like a pauper. There's only one thing that I have not achieved in my lifetime. That's why I was at peace. That if I'm going to die, I'm at peace. Traveled the world 3 times already. Drove different cars. Name it. Different cars, I've driven it. Bakit to? 17 years old ako, valet parking attendant ako sa Beverly Hills eh. So lahat ng klase ng kotse, pero I really, really want to own a Ferrari Diablo. So when I got my $500,000, I was insured for $1 million. The first thing I did is bought a Ferrari Diablo, blazing red, in the tune of $160,000. Bought it. Yabang pa ako eh. Went to the dealer and said, "Sir, how are you going to pay for this?" It's none of your business. I'll pay it cash. Everybody started kissing my ass. "Sir, would you like sandwich? Would you like this? Would you like..." "Sir, we're going to throw in this. We're going to throw in this." Doesn't matter to me. Why? I'm going to die in 6 months. I just want to drive a Ferrari, own it. So I went cross country from West Coast to East Coast and back. Visited all my friends. When I've done that, I gave the key to my car to my youngest brother. I told him, "Bro, it's yours." Booked myself for the Philippines. But before I did that, I made one more last stop. I bought my coffin. My coffin is $110,000. All glass, smoke, eternal roses all over it. Mas maganda pa po sa kabaong ni President Marcos. Brought it here. It was shipped here. It was there in my living room. See? It doesn't look like a coffin. Ano ba kayo? Maganda siya, para siya aquarium. Yeah, it's very nice. Because it will be just customized here, right? So everybody was like asking, why do you have this? Why? That's just my aquarium. I'm going to raise a piranha. It's gonna be there. So when I was here, I was like, visited all my friends, party every night. Every week there's a party at the Intercon Hotel Makati. Then one night I was like, smoking. Like, I'm gonna die now. I'm smoke na. I was smoking. I was like looking at my son. Then all of a sudden it just dawned on me, if I die, the kid will be very rich, but he is going to be an orphan. So I told myself, there's got to be some other way. So, the following day, I embarked on a mission. I want to see if there's an alternative way to correct the problem. I met Dr. Jaime Galvestan, the former Secretary of Health. I met Dr. Juan Flavier. I met Dr. Beth Micalier. They gave me all these things to drink. And believe me, if you're going to die, kahit pako, kung makakagaling yan sa'yo, iinumin mo yan. Sino na nakainom dito ng ampalunggay? Ampalunggay, ampalaya, tsaka malunggay na blender. Can you imagine how bitter that is? But every day, it's like my V8. Drink that. They introduced me to the alternative side of the medicine world. And from stage 4, went down to stage 3. Praise God. From stage 3, it went down to stage 2. Every available supplement in Ortigas, I know it, I drank it. Lahat. Pag sinabing, meron ganun doon, punta ako doon, pabilan. Pag sinabing, may ganun doon, punta ako dyan, pabilan. Nagmukha nang ang tindahan, yung kwarto ko sa bahay. Lahat yan dyan. Imagine, there's about 30 different capsules of supplements I will be taking. And then I will be mixing this coffee, I will be mixing this juice. Yan lang bit-bit ko. Pag sinabing gayubano, ando doon sa kulay green na tumbler. Pag sinabing mangustin, ando doon sa kulay violet na tumbler. Pag sinabing dalandan juice, ayun, ando doon sa kulay dilaw. Lahat yan, ininom ko na. It sustained my life, but it did not really address the problem on a cellular level. I was just buying time. Because I was subjected to, I'm on a waiting list for a bone marrow transplant. And I have no match. Because my blood type is AB+. And the only match I have is my son. And I am not going to subject my son to a excruciating pain of bone marrow transplant at the age of 9 years old. No. I don't think any parent would want that. Diba? So I told myself, I die. And then, 2010, I got a notice from the City of Hope. Said, Doc, there's a new technology that's called tomotherapy. It's a stem cell infusion. We have a match for you. AB+, ang donor. Gosh, I have 500,000. I spend 160 on the car, 110 on the coffin. I have 280. I deposited tig 50,000 doon sa mga bank account ng 4 kong kapatid. Sabi ko, wala na akong pera. So, ang ginawa ko, pumunta ulit ako doon sa bangko, withdraw ko yung perang binigay ko sa kanila. Hindi pa naman nila alam kasi nasa last will and testament dapat yun Sabi ko, okay, schedule me for operation. That was October of last year. Went there, I paid 185,000 for a stem cell infusion. 3 shots, ganito kahahaba yung hiringgilya dito sa tumbong. So, gulugod ba yun? Whatever you call that. So, I got the injection. Cancer from stage 2, normalized in stage 1 level. And then a month later, the product called Laminine was introduced into the market. I was so upset. No, I was livid. Bakit ngayon nyo lang inilabas yan? Naglabas na ako ng 185,000. Sa halagang $49, I can buy a lot. But no regrets. It's God's time. Started taking Laminine as early as November. Then last March, went to Makati Med, had my checkup. My colleagues, my doctor friends were amazed. Cancer cells gone totally. I cannot believe it. Kung Makati Med, di kalamihan ang pupunta sa Makati Med, puro palpak yung mga doktor dito eh. Punta ako ng St. Luke's. I went to St. Luke's, had another check-up. They validate Makati Med. Sabi ko sa wakas, tumama rin ang Makati Med. Cancer cell gone. I wasn't convinced. I went to the Asian hospital. Subject myself to more tests. Sir, what the hell is wrong with you? According to your histopathology from Makati, no cancer. According to Asian hospital, no cancer. Now, you want us to validate it? Sir, no cancer. Okay, thank you. I went home. I was happy. Very happy. Imagine, I conquered cancer. Now, the problem is, I have to pay back the insurance company. And I was like looking at, sino na ang gagamit nitong kabaong? Diba? Eh, during that time, nauso yung mga tuko. Nabalitaan niyo ba yon? Yung tuko. Nag-alaga na lang ako ng tuko, doon ko inilagay. Ngayon, yung tuko ko, 450 grams, ganyan nakalaki. May pambayad na ako sa insurance pagka nabenta yon. Unfortunately, kidding aside, that the coffin was bought by La Funeraria Paz. So we have now a complete package for the family in case something happens. Diba? The moral of the story is that traditional medicine was not able to do what alternative medicine has done. So now, we are embarking on a mission to teach people. And the name of the company that was used to be the vehicle for that product is Life Farm Global. Let us now go with our study proper. Who is Life Farm? What is Life Farm? Life Farm Global is a wholly owned subsidiary of Life Farm Incorporated. We have been in the business of nutraceutical for the past 25 years. We have created branded products that has been sold over 1,000 stores in the United States. And we are shipping or exporting products to Southeast Asia. We have also been given or awarded the same award that was given to Sony, Coca-Cola, and Boeing. Our mark, we have exceeded the $100 million mark in sales. And it is being helmed by 4 great gentlemen. But we will not talk about these people. We're going to talk about this lady who was supposed to be here today, but unfortunately because of the intermittent rain in Metro Manila, heavy downpour, hindi na sila tumuloy. Her name is Susan Barlin. She is the global ambassador to the Philippines. She, I think, is the only person that I have met with the biggest heart, larger than life. She started the company Forever Rich here in the Philippines with nothing. No product. And she needs to talk to these 4 guys and beg, literally beg, to give her the product that she can share to every Filipinos. God was so kind. They gave her Laminine. The rest is history. The product, you will be amazed. When we launched the product on March 2nd of this year, it has grown to a total of 15,000 distributors already. And we are growing at the rate of 100 every day. Not bad for a new company. The product will speak for itself, and we are going to study that as we proceed. The question kanina I asked, can you avoid getting sick? The answer is no. Virus all over. During the 1980s, you saw AIDS proliferation. 9 years ago, AIDS mutated, naging SARS, severe acute respiratory syndrome. It's already severe, it's acute pa. 3 years after SARS, birds flu. Then after birds flu, AH1N1. So what are we trying to prove here? Just like technology, diseases mutate. Free radicals are the #1 source. Why? Body is getting diseased. Hindi na kayo makakaiwas dyan. So what do we need to do? We have to neutralize it. The revolution, the health revolution era. In the 1970s, you saw the proliferation of vitamin C. The 1980s, it was the multivitamin revolution. The 1990s, antioxidant revolution. And the millennium, you saw immune system revolution. After the 2000 or the millennium, 2010 onwards, it is now stem cell revolution. After stem cell, there is none. What's going to happen is, it's going to be cloning. 2045, the year man becomes immortal. You are just going to be cloned. Wala nang gamot eh. The body has already become immune. We have already done stem cell. So cloning na lang. Imagine you will be duplicated. That's nakakatakot. Diba? The strange world of semantics brings us to bold statements just to send the message across. But in these stressful and chaotic times, truth is the only saving grace that we can hold on to just to save precious lives, even at the expense of braggadocio. Braggadocio. Very deep word. About a month ago, there was this guy, the best friend of my father, who was brought to the Makati Medical. We gave him Laminine for 2 bottles, lasted him 4 days. He was at the ICU. He was brought out of the ICU. Ano po yung sakit niya? Ang sabi po, COPD, Chronic Obstructive Pulmonary Disorder. When he was rushed there, and look at my dad's best friend, I told the son, hey Eric, NGT, bigay mo to, ihalo mo to sa gamot, ihalo mo to dun sa pagkain. Patago, nilalagay namin. 5 capsule. It was a Thursday night when I went there. Friday morning, we started feeding Laminine. By noontime, after the 10th capsule, the kidney functionality went up by 15%. The blood pressure stabilizes. He was taken out of the ICU. Continuously for 4 days, we fed him. He was getting better. Until braggadocio set in. The God at the Makati Medical Center stopped the use of the alternative product. They said that he is going to be taken to Germany for a stem cell. He did not reach that time. Because what I was trying to do is fortify the immune system so that the immune system will heal or aid the body in healing itself. Then on a Friday, I was called back by the children asking me to bring this product to him. I was banned at the Makati Medical Center. When the doctor saw me there, immediately asked the guard to escort me out of the building. That was 8:30. By 8:37, we have to decide to pull the plug, and then we lost the king of comedy. If he was allowed to take this, probably he's still with us. But because at the expense of braggadocio, the free radical paradigm shift has been shifted to the favor of the traditional medication. In order for us to save precious lives, it's got to be rejuvenation for rejuvenation. Why? Cellular apoptosis or cell death is the #1 cause why you are going to degenerate. Di ba kanina sinabi ko, half a glass of water that you do not drink on an hourly basis, 1,000 cells die. See, you have to address the problem on a cellular level, rejuvenation by rejuvenation. How are we going to do this? Simple. Magnify, fortify, enhance your laminine. Laminine, ladies and gentlemen, it's absent on that bottle that I gave you. That product